Now, truth, it's been said, is stranger than fiction. And what could be more theatrical than a former anti-corruption champion being implicated as a puppet master in the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority COVID scam? Yeah, well, we couldn't make this stuff up even if we tried. NTV's Olive Burrows with the ironic turn of events coming through today. It is shocking, unexpected too, and we have all the details for you. Once again, the former anti-corruption champion is being implicated as a puppet master in the KEMSA COVID scam. Here now is Olive Burrows with the details.
I have a feeling that this company is a front for the COVID billionaires who have actually been getting these orders through proxies.
More skeletons came tumbling out of the KEMSA closet on Wednesday when it emerged that Halakhe Waqo, a man previously charged with championing the war on graft as CEO of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, could have benefited from the looting of public resources intended for the fight against the coronavirus. The current university's fund board chairman was on Wednesday named by one of the directors of a company that was irregularly awarded a tender to supply masks worth hundreds of millions of shillings to KEMSA. Zubeida Nyamlondo, a director of Azure Commercial Services, appeared before the Public Investments Committee of the National Assembly for the second time this week on Wednesday and testified that Waqo helped the company secure a loan to supply 50,000 boxes of KN95 masks to the Medical Supplies Agency at 690 shillings per mask.
Halakhe Waqo, how did it come in?
Assistance. I went to a few people to ask for the loan, but we weren't able. So that is when Mr. Halakhe came in.
On Tuesday, it emerged from Nyamlondo's testimony that Azure Commercial Services was awarded the tender under irregular circumstances, as were not required at the very minimum to supply a company profile, a letter of intent, or bid. It also emerged that the company not only did not possess the resources to meet the tender requirements, but all Nyamlondo was required to do was walk into the suspended procurement manager, Charles Juma's office, with samples of the mask and walked out with a tender. A tender she was officially awarded a record 4 days later.
Payment from KEMSA, where was it paid?
First Community.
So at First Community Bank, at the period of this payment and everything else, the signatories was who and who?
It was me, Fanis Adingo Nditi.
And who?
Fanis Adingo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Mr. Halakhe Waqo.
Wednesday's events were reminiscent of the testimony given before another committee of the National Assembly 4 years ago, when it looked into a similar case of the irregular award of tenders at another government agency, the National Youth Service. Then, hairdresser Josephine Kafura, as Nyamlondo did on Wednesday, presented herself as a pawn in the machinations of the corrupt and powerful.
Because you cannot just walk into an office without a letter, without a request, and then you are given within 4 days you are given a commitment letter worth 347 million, and you have never supplied any government company, and in fact you are pre-qualified to supply office furniture and fittings.
And the similarities between the two investigations do not end there. Waqo was also adversely mentioned in the NYS case, accused in court filings by a disgruntled former employee of the EACC of receiving 300 million shillings in a bribe to interfere with investigations.